This week is all about you, what's going on in your heart, your mind, and your soul, and how the outside world could be affecting you or how you are interacting with the outside world. It's your shamanic weather right now for May 15 to the 22nd, 2024. And it's a big week, coming off of a big week, coming off of a big month in a crazy transformational year. So I'll try to keep this really short because if you're like me, you don't want to sit through really long things. But I'll bet you'd still like some information. So here, let's go. Today, and I made little notes because I don't trust myself to remember anything. Today, on the 15th, Mercury moved into Taurus. Mercury helps us perceive the world. What's going on? Mercury was in retrograde, right? We just came out of the shadow area. Phew, we're in fresh territory. And so finally coming out of a fiery sign of Aries into the earthy sign of Taurus means that your messaging can be a little more grounded now, little clearer, come a little slower, and it is absolutely welcome. In fact, the reason that I didn't even make a video until today was because I was freaking busy over the weekend and I was just dog tired and I wasn't going to kill myself to make a video. So I missed on some good things to talk about, but that's okay because there's plenty more here. So today, the 15th, and going forward for the next 3 weeks or so, Mercury will be in Taurus, and we get this opportunity to get some very good, solid, foundational information to come through and to perceive as well as express that. And go into tomorrow, Wednesday, the 16th, we have some Venus action. So Mercury is a personal planet and deals with how we're perceiving things in the mind. And then Venus is another personal planet, means how we feel, what we value, how we relate with money. And Venus is, of course, just entered Taurus, which is one of the signs she loves. She's very sensual planet. And when she's in Taurus, wow, we're even more deeply connected to those things that bring us pleasure in all realms of our lives, not just through a physical realm, but through sound, through flavors, through expressing and loving travel, all those things, what we write, what we read, everything that brings us pleasure is totally at the top of the list and super necessary right now with Venus in Taurus. And she is doing a thing called a semi-sextile with Chiron. Chiron is the planet of the wounded healer. So this is a gentle bump to remember that those wounds that might get triggered or that you simply remember, might be an anniversary day, to look at the part of them that you've healed from and where you've been able to add to your life through that healing process, where you've been able to make your life a little richer and your heart a little wiser. It can be a good time to just kind of remind yourself that you've done some good work. Then on the following day, on the 17th, which I think is Thursday, yep, Mercury is squaring Pluto. We might get some information we don't really like. We may see things on a world scale that is again about maybe lies being exposed, maybe information that had been covered up comes out, maybe just the way you perceive the world takes a 90-degree shift. Squares are about 90-degree angles. So, it may not be like it's total turnaround, but a major adjustment to something that you've witnessed or believed in or even talk about. You might suddenly have a new way of approaching it and expressing it. We'll see. But that looks like what's going to happen for us on Thursday, as well as Venus is not Venus. I'm sorry, Mars. Mars is another personal planet. It's about how you act out, how you're doing things. If you wish, the masculine side of you, although it doesn't have to be gender based, it's just the part of you that wants to to make something happen. Venus wants to receive something. Bring it on. And Mars is like, I'll go get it for you. In a good day. But Mars is going to be having what's called a semi-square with two planets, two big planets, the two biggest planets, stern taskmaster Saturn and your king of empowerment, Jupiter. So here's, take action Mars, and he's having a semi-square, which is a correction. It's like being called into the general's office and getting a dressing down by, the leader of the armed forces. And here's your warrior god Mars, just he wants to like spit and fire back, but is trying to observe, the what do they call that? The chain of command. Okay, they're my boss. I gotta do what they say. He's not really good with that. So you could find yourself kind of grinding against the system, grinding against, I plan to do this today and I have to do something else instead. So I have to give up this walk I was going to take, or this seminar I was going to attend, and because I have to go take care of this other thing I don't want to. You might have some of that coming up for yourself. And that's just the small things. At a larger scale, there could be more disruptions. This is a week where there could be a lot more disruptions. We've had over the past week, X flares, aurora borealis all the way down to Hawaii. We've had volcanoes erupting, earthquakes, just everything. Taurus, with Taurus is the earth, and Uranus changes, just boom, happening. So it doesn't surprise me to see that we could have more of this fractious, intense energy moving through and causing more changes at not just the personal level, but at more of a social and global level. So this could come to light on the 17th and 18th as we move into, it looks like the Mars semi-square. Yeah, both of those are on the 17th. Then, don't you like how I'm just got this all down in my head so well? On the 18th, though, thanks for putting up with me. On the 18th, Venus will be conjuncting Uranus. When we look at these two planets, these two energies, these archetypes, all of these things are archetypes. Venus is like the earthly expression of this love and this relationship with the physical, with finances, with the world, and then Uranus is this wild card, the coyote, the unpredictability factor, the expect the unexpected. Change is ahead. So when they conjunct, you kind of get this permission to do wild and crazy things. You might have a hookup with somebody that later on you're thinking, wow, why did I spend time with that person, or go deeper with that person? Why did I do that? That didn't work out so well for me. But at the time it felt good, it felt right. You might spend money that you shouldn't spend. You might make a choice that you regret later, because it comes from your heart, but also from the repressed part of you that is dying to be expressed, the rebel that wants to come out. So you just want to be thoughtful about the rash decisions that Mars might be inspiring you to take. And Venus might be giving you all kinds of rationalizations about, oh yeah, do the thing, buy the stuff, go ahead. Yeah, just kind of really step back, dig your sun in Taurus roots into the ground and say, but is that exactly how I really wanted to do it all along? Is that an opportunity or a distraction? See what I mean? You use that grounding to help you not get carried away with the rebel passion and the Mars impetuousness. Just kind of step back from all of that. So it's a big week, and it's all leading up to a very big full moon that'll be coming up on the 25th, I think. On the 22nd and the 23rd, Venus will be also conjuncting Jupiter. Did I write that down correctly? Gosh, it sure looks like it. I'm willing to go check that up for you. I'll put it in the notes. But that's, again, a very lucky day. Venus conjunct Jupiter means you can bring some really good luck in, good fortune, make good choices. So all this other energy that's saying, be careful, don't go nuts, you could regret it, is being countered by Jupiter, the big benefactor, giving Venus a hug and saying, sweetheart, you should have anything you want that makes you feel good. Is especially important because it's happening in the sign of Taurus, which is, like I said, one of Venus's homes. She likes Taurus and Libra. So all that other preamble aside about be cautious, be careful, don't go outside of your plan. At the same time, there is something you've been working on. There is something that your heart has truly been chewing on. And you may find over the 22nd, 23rd, that something is coming in saying, yes, do this. Or the actual thing happens. The bid you put in on that house gets accepted. And in fact, the terms are even better than you thought. Or the job that you applied for that you really, really want, you get. Or the book proposal that you submitted gets accepted. And you get money to write your book. I mean, these are the kind of wonderful things that could be coming in over the 22nd, 23rd, before or after for sure, but the energy's anchored at that point. There's so much more I could say about everything, but this is just some of the highlights of the next 7 days of star activity on the human realm of the shamanic weather. If you would like to have more information, I have my links below this video or wherever you're seeing it. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect. I'm a shamanic practitioner and teacher. I do work with astrology and Reiki, all kinds of good energy systems that help us have better lives. And I'd love to have you enjoy yours more. So thanks for watching, sharing. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. And I hope I get to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.